Hey everyone, welcome back to Retro Magazines and Patterns. My name is Sophie, and in today's issue, I'm going to go ahead and go through three of these vintage 1960s, 1950s magazines that I have. So, all three of these came from my recent haul video, so you might recognize them, but they're all kind of small and they're not really magazines in the sense that we're used to today. Like this one right here is Woman's Day from 1950, but there are absolutely no ads in it. It is just patterns. And so the rest of them are just patterns too. So since it's going to be kind of quick, I thought we would just look through all of them. So why don't we do the smallest to the largest? And we'll start with this Coates and Clark Jiffy Projects one. You know what? I'm going to just put those aside for now. So I was really excited to find this one because I actually have been wanting to find a vintage poodle pattern. So right off the bat, when I saw this, I was really happy about that. I wanted to make one. I still want to make one. I have quite a few projects in on the shelf right now, so I can't jump into it right yet, but I do want to get to these. So it's staying out right now. But that's really cute. They're right there. Meet the poodle family. And if you look closely, you'll see this little guy has like a collar on there too. So I just think that they'll be really fun. Something cute to go on the shelf. So they have this cute head hugger crocheted headband, and I really like that. That's different. I know a lot of the ones that we see nowadays are like the ones that you like a headband that you put over your head. It goes all the way around. And not that those aren't cute and or comfortable, but sometimes you're going to mess up your hair with those. So with this one, you have the option of just tying it under your chin and it's not going to mess it up. We have the crocheted bolero Jiffy jacket, and that's really cute. She makes it look so chic. And though these are in black and white, I think sometimes that's nice because it kind of gives you a chance to think about the color choices that you would do. Let's see. We have these fun. Look at all these pom-poms on that one right there. And here, so some nice ribbed hats. Then we have classic socks, and they do give you all kinds of sizes. Same with the mittens here. And those mittens look nice. Those look like a classic worsted. Yeah, they are a classic worsted weight mitten. And then we have ladies' slippers, which are these down here, and then the children's slippers right there. So the children's one have those cute little like pom-poms on the front. And some scarves. So we have this drop stitch scarf here. That's nice. That's a pretty, it looks, the stitch definition looks really nice on that. And then they have this garter stitch scarf. Now, I like this a lot, but I wanted to show you guys. I've actually made a scarf like this. And so I pulled it out to show you guys. The one I made is a little bit more detailed, but the pattern is free. I found this online last winter, and I worked this up in a couple of days. I think I need to block it again. It did not take when I blocked. It is curling up, but it is really cute. You can see it's got all of these fun pom-poms and this cute cabling here. But the part that I thought was really fun and really cool is this little pocket here, like they have there, where you just, let's see if I can do it. It's a little finicky getting it to go, but you just pull the one side through. And then you have the really cute little like fastened scarf. So I thought it was really cute. This again is a free pattern that's available online. I want to say it's called the Winterberry scarf. I will find the link and I'll put it in the description below. But this is a really fun, quicker to make than you think scarf. Not as difficult either as you might think. And it's a really cute piece. It'd be a really cute gift if you wanted to make something handmade for someone. But yeah, when I saw that, it reminded me of it. And I think I might make another one of those Winterberry scarves and try to do some color work on the baubles to maybe make them look like holly berries. We'll see. We'll see. I might be getting ahead of myself again with all my patterns and ideas. Ear flap cap. Ooh, that's a nice bolero right there with the nice shawl collar. I like that. That would be pretty in like jewel tones, maybe like burgundy or hunter green, or even like a nice harvest yellow, like gold. Ooh, so it says crocheted mittens, but I think this right here is a, yeah, pussy willow bottle cover is what this is. But look at these mittens. You could do your dusting while you wear those. Knitted pea cap. You can see the guy playing hockey. Some more mittens. It's a nice set there. And there is the bottle cover right here. Knitted bed jacket. Those are, I've seen these before. These are pretty simple. You're just doing cuffs, working down to the other set of cuffs this way, and then stitching up the arms. Some sleeve, or not sleeves, slippers, and then these are knee warmers and some knitted cuffs. So that's a really unique pattern to have a hold of, you know. Easy heel 2-needle socks. So if anybody is interested in the 2-needle sock method, right here, and again, they have all the sizes. Oh, and then they have this like ski helmet balaclava here, which has this extra long part to tuck under your sweater or your coat, keep you extra warm. That's a nice piece too. That's a nice pattern to have. Oh, look, they do have the little bolero in color there, and they're showing you some of the slippers. There's the scarf that we were talking about. More over here, there's that little ear flap. So this is fun. Those ones are cute. Okay. So we have the Women's Day 1950 issue, and this was 25 cents. And again, this is all patterns. There's no ads in here. There's no fluff, nothing like that. They're just getting right down to business. So again, it would be nice to have some of these in color to kind of get a good idea of like the vibrancy of them, but they are in black and white. But again, that gives you the chance to maybe envision it in your own color. Or you can do what I like to do sometimes and take a picture of maybe like this one and put it into Chat GPT and ask them to make it a red with black details and see if it'll send you a picture. I really like these jackets. I think these are really classy, classic, and I don't know, very chic. Like, look at this one. It's not a closure, it's just a nice little casual jacket, but it has this really nice cabling there, and I really like that. And this one has the back belt right there, which is just going to give you a nice shape. And with knitting, I think that's always fun when you can find a way to really give something a tailored look. Oh, so pretty. This dolman sleeve sweater. I imagine that being really beautiful and some soft pastels. And then you have this really lovely cardigan with the snowflakes on it. It's really pretty too. Really classic. I imagine that being white with navy stripes or white with red stripes would be really pretty. And then I love a good chevron. This is a pretty piece there. And I bet that's a lot of fun to knit. I have knitted a chevron like halter top. I think it was a halter. It's been a long time, but I remember it being a lot of fun. This one is really pretty. Ring cabled slip over. If you look carefully at those cables, they're so pretty. And then you have this nice cardigan here that just looks like it fits her really nicely. And then they have these jerkins, which I imagine these are a lot more fun to knit than one might think because you're probably just going to be knitting them like a straight flat piece and then joining them at the sides. So even though you do have openings and cables and things like that, it'll give you some interest while knitting, but also, you know, not too many intricacies. A sweater blouse. And then you have this summer blouse here with some like lace knitting. It's really pretty. They all look so glamorous. This one right here is ribbon knit, and it's ribbon knit with some, like, metallic ribbon, and I thought that was really gorgeous. I like to imagine it in, like, maybe a amethyst metallic color. I think that would be really pretty. And then I love this bed jacket. Bed jacket is something I would love to adopt and use, but I am just not that glamorous at bedtime. I am generally in an old t-shirt or an old tank top and have my hair pinned up. I am not glamorous. We have some nice men's sweaters here. I love these two. I think the most of all the men's sweaters. I just think they look really nice. Okay, no, that I'm not missing any pages. So we have these junior sweaters, which are really pretty too. This Norwegian one is nice. I like that classic folk kind of print. And then she looks so sweet there, like she's getting her school portrait done in like 1955 or something. And how fun is this fringe sweater? I think if you read, yeah, the directions here say that it is beige with brown fringe. So that's like a very kind of Western look there. And this little girl, I think she's really cute. She reminds me of Miss Shirley Temple. Um, she's cute. Now that sweater's really nice. This little gentleman over here with his little sweater vest. Then we have the jacket and cap, the block printed slip over, and some really sweet jackets and dresses. Look at this dress. And some accessories. It looks like some little rompers. That's a sunsuit, hats, bonnet, and mittens. So here we have, there's some booties, and then they have ski socks, boys socks, men's socks, some gloves and mittens here. Let's see. This one has an extra thumb for carefree pockets. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So it looks like you could turn it around and pull your thumb through there if you, I guess, if you wanted to have the freedom of that. I love this polka dot ascot and beret. And if you look closely, this looks a lot like the scarf we were just talking about in the last Jiffy booklet with that little kind of like pull through. So here the patterns start. And I'm going to pull some of these patterns for you guys because there were some really cute ones. But I'm not going to go through all the pages. If you guys want to get a hold of any patterns that I've shown you in here that I don't put at the end, just make sure to comment below or find me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram up there so you guys can find me, and I'll be sure to try and get you a copy of the pattern. So this is our last one. This is Adventures with Kentucky Yarns, and this one's very short, but I thought it was worth flipping through. So they have a variegated rug here in Highland tweed, the cuff and pocket stole. And you can see if you look carefully, it looks as if they've belted the stole around her to give her more of a jacket, which is really cute. And that's an easy thing to make because a stole is essentially just a really wide scarf. The two-toned topper and the bib and tucker. They have a little bit of everything. It's not just clothing. It's not just for women. There's children, there's toys, there's decor. Here we have the Wee Willie Winky soaker with detachable bib. And then here is a table setting for game night, I guess, if you were having canasta or pinochle or bridge. Some more pieces over here in color to take a look at. Here's some string dolls. The turnabout. Oh, so this is a cape, a peplum, an apron, all in one. The top knot turban with bag. There's the little doll, the string dolls that we saw in the centerfold there. this cute pot holder. Oh, and so that was a small rug, it looks like. The Williamsburg. Oh, there they have the variegated crocheted oval rug. Ooh, tie-on chair set. Does anybody remember these? You would go to, like, your grandma's house, and she would have the little, like, cushions tied to the back of the chair. That's a cute print, too. I like that. Cap for cotton, and then the golden metallic fringed stole. That's fancy. Oh, okay, and that again was for Kentucky Yarns, which is what we're seeing on the back here. So whereas this didn't have any ads like a magazine, it itself was an ad for the yarns. But I hope you guys really enjoyed these. Make sure to let me know in the comments which ones you enjoyed the most, if you're going to make any of them, and don't forget to share them. And also, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. It really helps the channel grow. But until the next one, I hope you guys got a lot of retro and vintage inspired inspiration, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.